there is a movie coming out later in April that is a retelling of a classic fairy tale. That's right, the story of Cinderella, but it focuses on one of the ugly stepsisters.
Ooh.
It is part comedy, part horror. It's an accurate telling of Cinderella. It's also a Swedish film. It's a Swedish film. So I have the trailer right here. If Disney were smart, rather than doing a straight remake of a Snow White or Cinderella, why couldn't they come up with some other angle, like say Wicked did, and looked at the reverse of the story, or focused on a different character? And this film, which I watched last night, entered. Alan and I will both review this later in the month, but I want to put this on your radar. And if you know horror, it's coming from Shudder. I wouldn't say it's fully horror, but it is definitely leaning into comedy. So let's watch this 2-minute trailer together.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness.
Ah.
Oh.
I'm going crazy. I've lost my mind. Best friend insanity.
Oh my goodness.
I've lost my mind. I'm going crazy. I've lost my mind.
Oh, that's in the book.
Oh
at
my
least.
goodness.
Gotta fit in the slipper.
I'm in.
Yeah.
They showed too much.
This was the most talked about film coming out of Sundance.
Yeah, I agree. They did show too much, but
I've seen enough. Yeah, I don't need to see the movie now. I saw enough. Yeah,
I've seen it. It's great. The woman who plays the ugly stepsister, her name is Elvira, is amazing. Cinderella, you learn things about Cinderella, but she might be kind of a slut. It's fun. It's not for kids. I mean, it's not as gory as they show it there. There are a lot of funny things that happen, and you really feel for she just wants, and it's about they all want to win the love of the prince, and mostly for economic reasons, because they're all broke. They don't have money. So that's the motivation, is really to get the prince. Otherwise, they'll live as paupers the rest of their life. So I've seen the film. I can't wait for Alan to see it.
I'm not seeing it.
You're definitely seeing it. No, Alan, I will make you see it. You're seeing
force him.
It's very fun film. But why couldn't Disney? My point in showing this, whether you like that trailer or not, fine. We all have our own different tastes. Why couldn't Disney get more creative?
Oh, they did though, Alan. They gave us Maleficent. Like, I don't want them. I don't trust
true.
them to be creative.
But
that's true.
Look, and
the 101 Dalmatian thing
Cruella.
is terrible.
That was when they were in their era of making us sympathize with villains, and a lot of people didn't like that. Villains should be villains.
I agree with you.
Yes.
I agree with that. Yeah. But this is this ugly stepsister. Really, she's a villain by circumstance. And so and also all these fairy tales, Disney doesn't own them.
No,
they do not own these fairy tales. Now they own Disney's Snow White, sure. that interpretation, whatnot. And there's another movie coming out later this month that Alan will also watch called The Death of Snow White. We saw the trailer.
Yeah, I'll see that one, but I'm like,
Yeah, well, why? Because there's nudity. There's
yes.
By
Is
the
there
way,
nudity in this one?
there is nudity in this one.
Is it
and-
glorious?
There
Oh,
is a
say less.
there is a I don't want to say any more about it. I'm saying I recommend it, but I want Alan to see it. We'll give it a proper review. But it's worth putting on your radar because you can't just, if you live your life only seeing Disney, only seeing Pixar or Star Wars or Marvel, you would get depressed because most of it is garbage.
Mhm.
And it's our duty to report on it. If you balance watching these big movies with some small indie movies, maybe a Swedish, Cinderella story, it kind of balances out your diet.
You know what that trailer showed though was the European sensibilities and how they understand the European continental folklore and stories better than we do.
Precisely.
You just saw that in the trailer on how they could manipulate it in a way that was in the context of, a history that spans 800 years and the crappy things they did to each other as human beings, which we don't understand here because our countries are so new, right? But I could totally get, that, which is one of the reasons I love Stanislaw Lem as a science fiction writer over a lot of the North American writers, because he has that brutal Europe, that behind the Iron Curtain irony and sarcasm that he puts into his science fiction that we could never do, apart from Vonnegut. Vonnegut was the closest person who could do that in North America. So I love the European sensibilities when they take their own stories and do things with them. And then the trailer really shows that.